Morning everyone, and welcome back to another virtual safari with myself, William, and Niall at Madikwe Safari Lodge. I just want to point out a really cool little bush. It's known as a Kalahari yellow thorn, also a short thorn pomegranate, and its beautiful yellow flowers are throughout the reserve at the moment, and we think that this is due to that last late rains that we've had. We had 52 mils dumped down last week, and I think that's probably why. What's quite cool about this particular shrub is that it's only found in this area along the border of Botswana and South Africa, and then going up north into Botswana and into Namibia as well. So you won't find them anywhere else in the country. So while standing here next to the Kalahari yellowthorn, we've witnessed two different species actually help pollinate this particular plant. We've seen flowers as well as quite a numerous amount of bees with quite large amounts of pollen on their legs. So they'll actually help pollinate and cross-pollinate these particular plants. After having a look at that Kalahari yellowthorn, we have heard from our bush telegraph that we have a wild dog den down in the south of the reserve. It's quite far, so we're going to make our way down there this morning and see if we can find them, and then of course hopefully we get lucky enough to actually have the pups come out of the den site for the first time. So let's go and have a look.
Perfect. Let's do it.
There we go. Finally, we've done it. After waiting quite some time at the den site, we're getting some of the individuals popping in and out. This is truly something special. It's not very often that you get the opportunity to come to a den site that is accessible and where they are comfortable enough for you to view them from a distance. This is probably one of my most special sightings with wild dogs. And to see so many little pups at such a young age is unbelievable, and it's a first for me. So with the wild dogs as well, they've got quite a high mortality rate in their pups, and that's due to various factors. Factors can be anything from other wild dog packs, other potential predators. We've got a lot of spotted hyenas in the reserve, so those are big factors. They're direct competitors. And lions, leopards, all those other type of big cats, also if they come into contact or come across a pack of wild dogs, because they are competition, they will most likely attack. And the pups, being the more vulnerable, don't often have the ability to escape. Wild dogs have a very high success rate when it comes to hunts, roughly around 80%. And this is due to the high intelligence and the teamwork ability of the pack. Allows them to bring down much larger prey, and then once consumed will return back to the den site and provide a chunk of regurgitated meat to the female or to a pack member that has been on guard at the den site. The pups itself will actually start weaning at around 14 to 15 weeks of age, and this is where they'll start to be introduced into consuming meat. Exactly through the same way, the pack will go out, they'll hunt, they'll return back to the den site, regurgitate chunks of meat, and then they'll slowly start to be able to feed on that. Wild dog pups are born at a weight of 300 grams and a length of around 12 to 14 centimeters. And then they'll continue to grow over the next year to where they'll reach maturity. An interesting yet disturbing historical fact about the African wild dog: generous bounties were offered by colonial administrations for each wild dog's death, and visitors were even allowed to shoot them on sight in many of Africa's protected parks. In Rhodesia, they were considered a problem animal right up until 1977, and in 1975 alone, 3,404 African wild dogs were destroyed in vermin control operations. With assistance from the Endangered Wildlife Trust, Madikwe Game Reserve has one of the most genetically diverse wild dog populations in the country. So what's quite interesting here is that a lot of these pups and those that survive, we will be able to translocate and add to the meta population throughout the country, adding to the survival of this particular species, who are currently so endangered, and numbers are declining every year. So we will be following this pack for over the next few weeks and a few months, just to see the progress and the development of the puppies. It would be nice to see them, at least all of them, grow up, be a part of the pack, assist in hunting, and also provide a future for this species, the African wild dog. Okay, so here we've come across a herd of Impala. A lot of people think that they're just a very common antelope, but this time of year it's very, very special for them. The males go into a rutting period, and it's quite important because this is when they mate and breed with the harem of females. With just over 5,000 Impala in the reserve, it's vital that their reproduction continues in order to be able to sustain the population and also sustain the population of the predators that also reside within the reserve as well. Morning everyone. So we've headed out and we've found these two male lions. They're busy patrolling and scent marking. Ever notice the difference between a large cat's pupil and a small cat's pupil? Small cats have vertical pupils because they are more skilled ambushers, going for much smaller prey, and they need to focus on the smaller things. Larger cats generally hunt at night and hunt larger prey, and having round pupils allows more light into their eyes at night, giving them better night vision. Interesting fact about lions, their desert-adapted cousin in Namibia are built for endurance and have a stronger resistance to thirst and can go up to 2 weeks without drinking water, as they rely on their prey's blood for moisture, like most lions. Some elephant trivia. The oldest known elephant in the world lived for 86 years. Elephant's average lifespan being 60 is quite incredible. And the largest known elephant was documented in Angola in 1956 and weighed around 11 tons with a shoulder height of 3.9 meters. Thank you everyone for joining us again on one of our virtual safaris here in Madikwe Game Reserve. From the team at Madikwe Safari Lodge, keep safe and we'll see you next time.